This is Alonzo Herran, the man behind the hustle.
Human beings in a mob. What's a mob to a king? What's a king to a god? What's a god to a non-believer who don't believe in anything?
I'm here with Alonzo Herran, author of the novel Living with No Regrets. What inspired you to write your first book?
What inspired me to write my first book? Back in 2005, I read several books by Alonzo and Terry Woods. And after reading a couple of them books, I actually felt like I had a story I could tell myself.
Tell me about your experience growing up in Newark, New Jersey.
Grow up in Newark was crazy. I seen a lot of things happen. I was raised on Dayton Street. Right now we at Dayton Street Projects. This is where it pretty much started out for me in my life. All of my family was born and raised here. Lived at 318 Dayton Street, apartment 5K. We was known for the whole fifth floor family. My grandmother, Juanita Gray, Rashawn, Frankie, Mike, Ski, Pop, Zink, Corey, Pedro, Lamont. We all had good times growing up here. It wasn't about video games back then. We had Atari, ColecoVision. We just did things different. We grew up fast. Some people was forced into becoming a hustler. Some people have choices. I appreciate that. My father wanted a different lifestyle and took me and did the best that he could do. But other people, died on these streets, hustled to protect this block, and didn't realize that the block continued to move on. So again, time goes on. Then I moved to North Newark, Stephen Crane Village for a period of my life. Seeing poverty, seeing crime, just a lot of different rough things that crossed my path. But I think the most important thing was that I wanted more out of life than the average kid. All right, right here is where the Stephen Crane Village in North Newark. This is where I grew up at after the Dayton Street Projects was tore down. Moved over here back in the late '89, early '90s part of my life. When I moved around here, it was like 90% of the whites, Italian, Portuguese people. People didn't even know that this was Newark. But we had a lot of fun over here. When they started tearing down the projects like Dayton Street, 7th Avenue, Grafton, a lot of the people moved up here and we became a family, Down this way, they used to stay at 12 Hawthorne Lane. My grandmother used to live right over there. My whole family moved out here. Shalita, Leroy, Shaquille, Jermaine. This was one of the best times of my life of growing up. Just learning myself. So a lot of things happened. This happened to happen in school. This is one of my elementary schools I went to when I left Dayton Street. Met a lot of good people here. Met three brothers of mine, Eugene, a.k.a. Wally, Sharif, Horace, Robert, Braswell. I remember getting kicked out of school because I constantly kicked this Spanish kid in the neck. So I was forced to go to a private school after that. But I met my second family, somebody that actually inspired me to where I'm at right now in my life. We had good times here, we used to play the drums, while he used to play the flute. He always argued back with me, but we had a lot of good times here. Just another part of growing up. Now we had my father's first dojo karate school used to be known as Scorpion Martial Arts Academy. as growing up, in Dayton Street, and karate was a known sport back then. It was always a hand-on-hand contact, just like boxing. A lot of different schools we used to compete against. Ninja University, the KA system, um, Kim's Karate. We were good, we had some good fighters that came out of the school right here. My father trained some of the best. Alan Johnson, Mark, Jermaine, Shaquille, Aziza. We competed in all different types of tournaments. I myself, I reached my black belt. And, I was at the highest of my division at the time, so, karate was definitely ran in our family, all going back to my, uncle, Frankie Melvin, Uchi, may God bless his soul, who died back in the early 80s. So growing up, it definitely, karate, kept us mentally and disciplined in school, especially to deal with problems. A lot of single kids that was growing up didn't have fathers. And my father became that kind of father figure. I had a lot of brothers and sisters, actually, that used to take trips with us, used to come over, used to do camping trips, and we learned how to become a family. And it's funny because when you see people today, or when I see some of my friends today, the first thing they don't ask how I'm doing, they ask how your father doing. And when you're a good person and you have good company, people will learn to respect that and appreciate that, and they go with you a long way. And I'm learning to do that with my son as well. Yeah, Spencer McCullen, aka Money Spencer, was one of my early adulthood mentors. Um, he was a guy that came home from jail, doing 10 years, and basically he was just trying to teach me and tell me, that if you ain't built for the streets, then you need to leave the streets alone. You either gotta be ready to die or you gotta be ready to do a lot of time in jail. And I realized at that age that wasn't the lifestyle that I wanted for me or for my son. May God bless his soul. He left behind 2 kids, and I try to become mentors to them. But he definitely inspired me. It's not always about the politicians or the police to be a role model in life. Sometimes you can take somebody negative and look at their life and say, that's something I don't want my life to end up in. And I took his life, that gave me the drive and the push to become a better man and to become a better father that I am today.
I might be too strung out on compliments, overdosed on confidence. Started not to give a fuck and stop fearing the consequence. Drinking every night because we drink to my accomplishments. Faded way too long, I'm floating in and out of consciousness, and they saying I'm
in City Hall. Started my career here back in 2006 under the old administration. Landed my first summer job here. Got into politics. My godfather, Oscar S. James, helped me, introduced me into the political world. One of my, my god brothers, Malik James, and ever since then, I've landed a job as a city inspector, and I was there for about 6 years. Met a lot of good people, a lot of people that took me in as a child, helped mold me, saw potential in me, and wanted me to enhance myself. In 2002, wound up landed becoming a North police officer, and still current. As of today, been on the job close to 10 years, and just trying to do bigger and better things. I just knew that at a certain time in my life that I had to just, it wasn't about me, it was about my son, and it was about making the right choices. Either you're going to live on the streets and die, or leaving the streets and just try to make progress. And I just wanted to do better with myself.
How can fans buy your books?
Easily. My books is downtown in the stores in Newark. You can get it online at Barnes & Noble or Amazon.com, or download it from the Kindle.
Are you planning to make a movie based on the book?
Absolutely. Right now we're in pre-production. We're looking to start shooting within a month or so. So hopefully Living with No Regrets will be coming to the big screens.
What does Royal Family represent?
Royal Family was a company started back in 2001. Myself and a guy named Spencer McCollin. We got into the entertainment business, was trying to do parties beyond the average. We also had took on local artists, trying to put packages together to send them out to different labels to see if we could get them a record deal. Here with pretty much the Roy family crew right here. These are some of the closest friends, known as brothers to me, as grown up. They all have a special place in my life. I got to my left, I got Laquan. Like I said, we go back since high school. Also a family member of mine. We done did so many things, fights, skating, you know, took trips together.
Dayton Street, taking the train over to Stephen Crane, chilling over there, doing whatever we're doing. We got money all over the place, chill, met a lot of chicks, smashed a lot of chicks, got in a lot of trouble together, but we always had fun. And we advanced together, got into our careers, what we do now. And, you know, it's my brother. Anytime he call, I'm right there.
Going on, man, smooth, y'all. Basically, I ran into Zoe in 2007 through we had a similar friend, Malik, and I was involved in the parties and stuff like that. So Zoe just saw the young entrepreneur in me. He saw I was a hustler. He saw I wasn't taking no for an answer. I was doing my own thing. I was doing something different back then. So he saw something in me, and I saw something in him as somebody that could guide me in the right direction. Definitely a positive influence in my life, and he just took me under the wing. And since then, he just been showing me things that I wouldn't have seen otherwise. Took trips together, took me on my first couple of trips. See my first couple thousand with him. The first time I held $3,000 in my hand was because of this man right here. I was a young man, and I felt like I was on top of the world. But now I'm getting older, I'm maturing, and he's still here by my side. About to see my first 100,000, see my first 200,000. The sky's the limit. Yeah.
What up, Wally Bryce, my brother from another. Go back to 2nd grade. I remember Zoe used to come to the crib. We used to make them donuts with the cinnamon. Word up. Zoe's father wouldn't even let him come out the porch. He used to live in Stephen Crane. We used to go see him. Like, he'd run around the house thinking he was doing something. You know what I mean? And bumped heads again later on, growing up. And this man done it all. Like, ain't nothing we ain't do together. Like, that's my brother from another.
It's just a little glimpse of people that I mess with. I have a big circle. The circle's real tight. But we all, you know, we all trying to do what we gotta do. We all gotta make mistakes, but we just wanna just keep pushing it on.
Did you get from the line? If you feel it, raise your hell in the sky.